What's up, guys? Mr. Fetty here, and today is going to be another episode of Weirdo Vlogs. And this time, I'm going to talk about Toy Story 5. The least excited sequel for 2026. Because people are only more excited on Shrek 5 than Toy Story 5. But before all this, we thought, oh, Toy Story 5. Why can't they end the franchise with the third film? Until we got lots of new info about this movie at D23 of last weekend, which kind of reveals the plot that the toys had to deal with technology. In the sense, kids only care about technology than toys nowadays, which is, it kind of could end up being a better film than Toy Story 4. And there's like lots of positive things about Toy Story 4. Really amazing animation. Great voice acting on the characters, and the some kind of funny moments. Especially a moment with Bunny and Ducky and Forky. But the story not as strong as the third film, and the ending. It won't gonna top the third film. Because Toy Story 4 is kind of like so far the low point in the series. After how damn amazing Toy Story 3 is and how it ended the franchise perfectly. But Toy Story 5, I'm just thinking on if it's gonna be better or worse than Toy Story 4 by how the characters had to go against technology. Let me check. Let me show you the cosmic art of it. Okay, by this cosmic art, Woody just came back with the gang. Like, how can I explain on how they gonna get Woody back to all of this conflict? Maybe like someone like a distress signal letter that Woody received. Those kids they don't care about us anymore because they only care about technology. Which I think that could explain why Woody has to go back with his friends. Especially Forky. But another mystery, like, where's Forky's wife? Is she gonna be in the film, but just like as like a minor character or just like a random background character? I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna bring back the Forky's wife in the fifth film, since could be like kind of like a tiresome bothersome wife trope, I guess. And who's like just trying to like tell the husband like, hey, you should have stayed with me instead of those guys, because we have a future. Type of things. Like, yeah, that could be tiresome, but also we don't know who's the kid is, but most likely Bonnie. But I don't know if Bonnie is gonna be into these type of stuff, since she only cares about them toys, So yeah. But for the other thing that I have already kind of show you from the start of this Weirdo vlog episode which are these multiple army of Buzz Lightyears, which this is like kind of like like a third time we see like a different version of Buzz Lightyear. Like in the second film, it's a utility belt Buzz Lightyear. In the third film, it's Spanish Buzz Lightyear, and now for the fifth film, it's army of Buzz Lightyears. Don't know if they're gonna be like the ones that could like capture Bo Peep, I guess, which kind of like leads to like a rescue mission that Woody and the others had to do, alongside trying to deal with all the technology problem. And I don't know if these army of Buzz Lightyears have something to do with like the technology stuff. Possibly a company that does use these like some kind of like some version of Alexa or other devices that like voice activated. But who could be responsible for controlling these Buzz Lightyears in this least exciting fifth film in the Toy Story franchise? Because Shrek 5 is gonna be better through, but still worried about that alongside Toy Story 5. But back to what I'm saying is, who could be using these Buzz Lightyears for, since they're good villains for this one, and I know that might end up being the real villain of Toy Story 5. Okay, for my guess on who could be the real villain of Toy Story 5 is Sid. Yeah, the villain from the first movie and someone like a cameo character in the third film. That's what I'm thinking. Like maybe like he's been hired by some like a big company and kind of leads him to like create his own Buzz Lightyears from like some kind of like a blueprint of the toy and just like make armies of them and maybe he might do them for like trying to like, find other toys, trying to tell everyone like, oh, those toys are actually alive when I was a kid, when back in the first film, and he's a bit traumatized over toys are alive, and that kind of explains why he just he didn't notice them in the first film because maybe he's still a little bit traumatized over those damn toys that kind of ruined his life. Like, god dang, like, possibly in like one of the lead scenes, they actually mentioned about the whole if Sid's gonna be traumatized over for many years later, which that could explain it. So yeah, seriously, that's why I'm thinking. Sid could be the real villain of Toy Story 5. Then like those army of Buzz Lightyears. Since the Buzz Lightyears that gone rogue. Because maybe it had something to do with Sid just trying to go after those toys. And possibly responsible for Bo Peep's getting captured in the film, but it may not be happening if they wanted to go a bit different, unless they had to bring back Sid Phillips as the villain for the fifth film, but as a full-on adult, possibly, or just like finally getting like a new job, as like from a toy company and kind of just like just taking like some materials from the Buzz Lightyear guide and pretty much makes like a toy of him and then just like make multiples of them that kind of leads to the conflict on the whole, like those Buzz Lightyears that have gone rogue and possibly could capture one of the characters, which obviously could be Bo Peep, I guess, and maybe Mr. Potato Heads, Mr. and Mrs. And I think what's the other one? Maybe some of I think Ducky and Bunny could get captured too, but I don't know if if Ducky and Bunny will come back in the fifth film. Come on, I want to see my boys, Keenan Peele as plush toys back. Come on, Pixar. They're somewhat the best parts in the movie, and I don't know if Keanu Reeves might come back, because maybe he's too busy with like other projects, like Sonic Movie 3 as Shadow. So yeah, and other fans, okay, enough rambling. Let me go back to my main point. So yeah, oh, my bad. Also, there's also like a rumor that Andy and his family are gonna be in the fifth film, which could possibly have like a nice full circle on like the toys like kind of leaving being sold to Bonnie at the end of the first film, and then that had to come back with Andy since most likely he has kids of his own, and possibly they most likely it's not, if it's actually not Bonnie, but maybe it could be one of Andy's kids, maybe like a son and daughter, or just the son, I guess. So yeah, which I think that could be cool, but it could possibly still be Bonnie, but yeah, Sid Phillips as the possible real main villain of Toy Story 5. Hope that could be true, since I think it might be a bit kind of cliche that those Buzz Lightyears, the Rogue Buzz Lightyears are going to be like there's more like the mindless villains, since they could have possibly have like something to do like trying to take orders from like some kind of like a big corporation guy, if it wasn't Sid Phillips. Like what if it could be Sid Phillips' father? That'll be pretty interesting since it could explain like what happened to Sid Phillips' family. Like don't know about the mom, but most likely the dad could owned this toy company that kind of make those Buzz Lightyears toys, with those red glowing sparks on their chests, the middle of the armor, which that could, but just could be kind of creepy if one of them have like kind of mimicking Sid's father's voice, since maybe he could be controlling the leader Buzz Lightyear Rogue toy. So yeah. And anything else about Toy Story 5? For the voice actors, it's obviously that Tom Hanks, Tim Allen, and everybody else are coming back. But I think the voice actors for the Potato Heads, they sadly passed away, so they had to possibly hire new voice actors or just use archive recordings of those characters, But I might go for the new voice actors that can do a very good impression on Mr. and Mrs. Potato Heads, seriously, they only play someone a small role in the fourth film, so maybe in the fifth film they could play an important part of the film, besides the Rex and Slinky and maybe Ham, which I'm happy that we get more, the side characters finally get their time to shine in the fifth film, just like in the third film. They're in the second film, they always play very important parts in the second, third, and third film, and could be about time that we got, oh yeah, and also Bullseye. Yeah, Bullseye is gonna play also a major role in the fifth film, since we didn't have that much focus on the other toys besides the main trio and Bo Peep, Forky, Ducky and Bunny, and Duke Kaboom in the fourth film. I really like the new characters, since they couldn't be carrying the fourth film, even if the story isn't as grandiosely good as the third film in terms of new characters that are introduced, like Bonnie's toys, and Lotso and the other characters that are in the third film. But still love that those new characters are introduced in the fourth film, and hopefully they could play an important part, besides Forky. So yeah. So anywho, don't have anything else to say about Toy Story 5, besides trying to guess, who could be the real main villain of the film besides the Buzz Lightyear Rogue toys, either Sid Phillips or possibly his father. But we'll wait and see. So yeah. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this Weirdo Vlogs episode, and like and comment this video and subscribe for more content. So this is Mr. Freddy here, and I hope you have a very good day. So bye.